My name is Devin, Billionaire Keys Brice, and this is Franklin Boulevard Media. I was born here in Gastonia, North Carolina, January the 1st, the best day in the world. Star was born, me. I was raised in a great household. I had my mother and my father, great examples, Had two younger brothers, my guys. Those are my best friends for real. I was in the sports, a lot of people don't know. I was a basketball player first. I could always play music though. They recognized at a young age that I could play melodies on. I don't know if you remember like the xylophone keyboard, I started playing melodies on that. My grandmother, she noticed, so she bought me my first keyboard. And from there, anything I heard, I pretty much just played. That was 4 or 5 years old. Bernice Broadening. She also played piano. Obviously, I learned a few things from her. Old school. So, the foundations. So she always kept me around classical music. But she was big in the community. She always was for the youth. I always want arts. Anything related to anything arts, whether it's music, just art. So I started out playing drums in church. American Tabernacle, Kings Mountain, North Carolina, Darren Feimster. I was I might have been 10, 11 when I started playing drums in church. That's where it started. I learned how to be a musician under Ron nephew Feimster. He taught me everything I needed to know to be able to flourish into what I am today. Ron Feimster is one of the producers behind many of your favorite hits. Too many. He behind Snoop Dogg. He worked with Dr. Dre. He went to Berkeley. First off, he went to Berkeley. Then from there, he moved to LA and worked with Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, Eminem, Neo, Michael Jackson. Everybody. Babyface. Coming out of Grover, North Carolina. That's the person that really influenced me musically. I was able to be with him at a young age every day. So seeing that and watching him inspired me to want to really pursue it. So I'm playing drums. Ron Feimster then goes to college. They know I can play keys a little bit. So rather looking for another musician, they put me on there, and that's where the training really started. Just so happened Ron's dad also plays keys and organ, so he was able to teach me stuff to get me by in church, So from there, I cried like a baby going off drums, yo. I'm talking about real tears. Look, they thinking I'm crying because Ron leaving. No, I'm crying because this is my last time playing drums, and I know it. So I go to church that next Sunday. I'm a little salty with my brother. He don't even know it. But I know we about to do what we do because that's what we do. We've been doing it. So I play piano, okay. Church over with. They hands me an envelope. A check. Oh, this is what it is. So can I get to church early now so I can practice? Next week I want to be on point. Make sure I really got the songs on point, So needless to say, I never turned back on drums. I still play, don't get me wrong. I can play. I really, I can go on tour right now. Nah, I ain't got it no more. Well, honestly, I stayed at that one church, till I was grown for real. And then, I didn't really know nothing about going to different churches and all that. So, I kind of took a break after that. I didn't play. I wasn't playing at all. So high school. I go to high school, I meet a friend. I start playing for the school choir. So now I'm kind of getting back into, I'm about to get back into music for real. So I meet this other guy. He don't even know how young I am for real. He invites me to this jam session. He said, the only way you can come in, you have to touch the keyboard. Tart crank, guys. Yeah. Yeah, right there on Franklin. Bro, I was in high school then, bro. You knew I was young. You But you knew I was too young though. You was like, only way you can come in here, talk boys. The only way you come in here, you can't drink nothing. Oh, I ain't about to drink nothing. But you gotta play the keyboard. And I did just that. And from there, now I'm starting to like see outside of just being a church musician a little bit more. So, John Floyd, he then calls me, he doing stage plays at this time. It was a whole new world, man. Like, you know, but I come from a strong Christian background, so, you know, just trying to maintain, you know. So, my grandma passed away. I had to get away. Now I moved to Atlanta. So, I'm in Atlanta. My homeboy, he puts up a Craigslist post. Like, I didn't even know it. He put up, my name's Devin Brice, blah, 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 whatever. Keyboard player. I'm available for studio sessions, weddings, whatever, you know. Crazy story is, my phone is off. I'm washing my car. I don't know what I'm about to do. I know I got this little church service that I'm gonna get to play at Sunday, make $200. Get my little phone on, Virgin Mobile. So, if you know about Virgin Mobile, when your minutes ran out, them joints is gone. I'm washing my car, my phone rings. It's the Atlanta number. I don't know nobody in Atlanta right now, so, you know. I answer, hey, yo, I'm looking for Devin Brice. I got your number off Craigslist, you know, I'm a producer. I want you to come down to the studio with the woo. I'm like, yo, I'm mind blown because my phone is off. He say, I tell him the story, he was like, yo, that's God, bro. Like, take this address, like, come down right now, like, it's not a game, bro. Like, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna change your life. Okay, whatever. Let's just go. We ain't doing nothing else. So I go. I walk in the building, like, it's T.I., Young Dro, all of them, Grand Hustle. Producer's name is Beat Billionaire, by the way. Big bro, shout out to him. He shows me this whole world of production. Like, now I'm really not turning back. Like, it's simple. I'm a musician, and I'm seeing how they work, and it's like, it's just loops. And then from there, I get my first placement, 8 Ball of MJG, off of making some loops. Spotlight. Yeah. I played everything but the drums. Yeah, so, yeah. 8 Ball of MJG. So from there, I got so many songs with T.I., pretty much the PSC clique at that time. So what happens is, I moved back to North Carolina. So of course, the production side of music ain't like that here. So, you know, back to playing church, you know, all that. I'm playing and I get a phone call. I start playing in Charlotte. I start brushing shoulders with, you know, other musicians my age, and we're building like our thing. And now people seeing us as a band. Of course, I'm the keyboard player, so it appears that's the MD. So I'm getting phone calls. I got one particular phone call that led to my first, MD job, Tony O. Roberts. I ended up playing with, who was it? Micah Stampley, Blanche McAllister, and it was somebody else, but I can't even remember who it was. So that showed me, like, this is real, like, you know, the work is really working out. Now I really believe I can do it. So now, rewind back. Before that, I comes back, we start Fat Tuesdays. Now, that's where my confidence really started getting built. Because now we got a platform to do what we do, like, fully. And the way it was going, we got singers coming in. You never know what singer was gonna come. Fat Tuesdays was one of the dopest events in Gastonia ever. At RJ Gators, out of all places. A regular restaurant, bar with grill. like typical sports bar type, you know. We had it packed every Tuesday night. Like that was the place to be on a Tuesday. So it's like you never knew who was gonna be there. Like you just never knew. You had to come. They was coming from Charlotte, everywhere. Like it was like that. Some of the people I played with in gospel is, like I said, Michael Stempley, Blanche McAllister, and the people that really helped me to hone in on my gift is one of my brothers, Kenny Curry. Kenny Curry has opened so many doors for me. A lot of people don't even know, just by trusting me to lead his situation. You know, even whether it was big or small, it opened doors for me because it gave me the views that I needed, like for people to be able to see me do what I needed to do, so that they can know that I can get the job done. Meeting people and just being you is so important because you never know who's gonna be the one to walk you through that door. So I meet this guy, Eric E. Will Williams. Meet him via playing with Big Worm. We were playing for Case. Let me rewind a minute. My R&B career playing with artists kicked off. Worm moves to Gastonia, and it's different situations going on. And of course, him being the great MD he is, people trust him in this area. When they come into the area and they know he's here. So with Worm, I ends up playing behind Allison Williamson, Melissa Morgan, and Christopher Williams. Funny guy. So that showed me a whole new world with that. And from there, you know, we smashed the gig or whatever. Worm gets another call. Case is in Charlotte. Puts the band together. And it's me, my brother. I don't remember the guitar player name. Worm on bass. And he brings in a second keyboard player with us, E. Will. So me and E. Will, we know each other. We never really got to play together or anything. So that starts that relationship. Fast forward, he gets the MD call for Fantasia. Fantasia Barrino, American Idol winner, Carolina's own, the soul star. Listen, you going to church with her, huh? I know because I was on stage with her. E. Will gives me the opportunity, give me the chance, and we traveled, we did our thing. It's one thing playing in front of like these big churches, like people you might see every week, but to go in front of these big crowds, like thousands of people, they don't know you and they're excited to see you because of the situation. And then just, it's an adrenaline rush, yo. Like, it's mind blowing. So, got fired from the Fantasia gig. You know, in my case, it was for me mentally. I wasn't really ready for that. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go back and refocus me. And through that, you know, never badmouth anybody or anything, you know. Relationships are everything. So, fast forward. Same dude, Eric E. Will Williams, randomly calls my phone again. I ended up playing for the Carolinas, in my opinion, Carolina's biggest artist, Jodeci. Mind blowing. Like, this was, what, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago? Rehearsals, everything, man. Like, it was a fun experience. Like, watching the pros, like, OGs, real OGs in rehearsal, like, rehearsing with us. Like, dude, like, it's, when you there and you, like, at this point, it's like, in my case, this is somebody I grew up watching. I watched the MTV, you know, what was that, Unplugged? I watched that as a kid, watching them play instruments, pianos, drums. That's what I do. I'm seeing that, and it's like, I can do that. And then full circle, I'm in rehearsal with these guys. Like, I'm about to go do a show with these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, the number one thing is keep practicing. Like, be ready. Like, it's all about being ready. Because when those opportunities come, you can't be getting ready. Like, you gotta be ready because you never know. Like, you get that phone call, yo, who's the biggest star right now? The baby need a keyboard player. You get that call, what you gonna do when they call you and be like, all right, can you be at the studio in 2 hours? You can't be trying to figure out, how I'm gonna learn. No, you gotta learn that work ethic now. So when you get those calls, it's like, I'm ready. Send me the music over, whatever, or, whatever. You just gotta be sharp on your craft. Gaston County got a lot of phenomenal musicians. Like, it's a lot, man. Like, Eric Brice, Devin Brice, Laramie Watson, Brian Howes. Like, it's a lot. Like, G Mays. Like, a lot of people don't know G Mays really can play keys. For real. Me and G used to gig a lot. G can play. Avenues. In the future, I want to help be able to bring resources to our area so that other young musicians can know that it's really possible. Like, cause when you don't get to see that type of stuff on a regular, it's hard to believe that it's really real. Like, it's just, you might see one or two people that really make it, I want to be able to bring people here to inspire what's really here, because we got talent here. A lot of my nephew, oh my God. Listen, but it's because he get to see his daddy, his uncle, me, But if he didn't see that, would he be able to do what he's doing, But a lot of kids that's in the community that might have that same dream that don't get to necessarily see it. I want to be able to bring that here, Whether it's, like, when I was growing up, we had the boys club. I've always had a dream of having, like, a musical, like, boys club type vibe, like, where you could just come, it's instruments there, and it's, like, proper training teaching you how to be able to work these instruments. Not only instruments, production stuff. Like, it's a lot of people around here that's really into that, but we don't have the avenues for it. You got to really know people that's into it and hope that they teach you and show you what you need to know. Just watch me. Just watch. Like, the grind is real. It took me getting over some mental stuff, like myself, some past hurts, childhood hurts, But I had to learn that it's life, not it's life like on some just deal with it. No, you got to really deal with it. I had to take time to myself, fall back, and pray, get to know God for myself, for real, and, like, really let go of some things, like, mentally. Like, depression is real. It's real. I went through it. Like, it's real. So I had to really face that and deal with the demons inside of me so that I could, like, free my mind to be able to even focus on this music. So now that that's happening, it's like, I got so many goals. Like, production wise, this year alone, I've been in the studio with so many people from Fat Joe, chilling with Lord Jamar, like Dipset producers, like, just off of freeing my mind. Once I freed my mind, those doors was like, it was like, this is nothing. Like, you could just, God showed me, like, you could just, this is what you want. I can show you that it can be there, like, in reality. Every day is a new set of 24 hours. Are you gonna, like, hold on to yesterday, or are you gonna move past it? You know what I'm saying? I got to the point where it was over my head. I'm still holding on to 15 years old, and I'm 32 at the time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to move through life now, and I can't, because it's like, I'm still worried about what happened when I was 15 that I couldn't even help. It's only up from here. Keep watching. I've been saying this. It's my time now. Keep watching. Billionaire Keys. $1 billion market. Peace. I was gonna end it with that.